G'day, Big Bodsta here, back with a tier list on attachments in BattleBit Remastered. Attachments for BattleBit can be looked at stat-wise and can be easily rated based on the positive effects and the negative effects, but that sounds boring as f***. So, instead of doing a tier list, we will be looking at how some attachments can improve and optimize your weapon. Also, I have not used every single attachment, so I can't really give an opinion on grips and barrel attachments which I haven't used. Let's get into some examples. Unfortunately, all of this will have to be displayed in the shooting range, as unlocking each attachment for each gun requires a shitload of kills, and also being the reason why I have not made another loadout video. Not to worry though, I have multiple gun loadouts I want to try out in-game, which I've made in the shooting range. But to do that, I really need a lot of kills with each of those weapons to get there first. In the time being, I will give you this insight of mine into how I'm currently using attachments as effectively as possible in BattleBit Remastered. To start off this short journey, we will be comparing attachment choices for the M4A1 and the AK-74. I'm using these two weapons as examples because they are the starting weapons, and I wouldn't suggest to use the same attachments for both weapons. We have to try and think about the core identity for the weapon and try and maximize its potential with the attachments. When we look at the AK stats, we can clearly see it's just sitting below the 33.4 damage. What's so important about 33.4 damage, you may ask? And the answer is 3 bullets to kill. Each player has 100 HP. Most of the time people might already be damaged or have an exosuit of armor on them, but let's just think of everyone equal with 100 HP. 33.4 times 3 is 102. That means 3 bullets to kill someone. At this point you're like, motherfucker Big Bodsta, we are X amount of minutes into this fucking video and you have literally said nothing about what attachment I should use. Use the long barrel for the barrel attachment on the AK. This barrel attachment brings the gun up to 3-shot kill damage, but does not compromise your other stats as harshly, such as using the heavy barrel. And just think, why do we need the extra damage now with the heavy barrel? We're already at the 3-shot kill potential with the long barrel. I'm finally getting to my point if we do the same for the M4. We ain't getting 3-shot kills here. The damage is still lower than the 33.4, so what's the point in using the long barrel attachment or even the heavy? We're clearly not going to hit the 33.4 damage on the M4. So why should we compromise what is good about the M4, which is the accuracy, for nothing in return really? You're still going to be shooting 4 shots to kill someone. And yes, these are all body shots, just to be clear. This is why in my loadout video I recommend using the compensator on the barrel to make the gun even more accurate and easy to use for beginners. The first step has now been complete, so we've found the potential of the AK and that is a 3-shot kill. Now we just need to round the weapon out and focus on the main weakness that it has, which is a fair amount of recoil. In saying that, let's use the Hera CQR front grip to reduce a lot of the recoil with a slight running and ADS speed negative effect. Seeing that the running speed and the ADS speed can be increased if you aren't using a helmet or lighter equipment on your person, so you can justify that as a counter to this negative effect as well if you're really wanting that in depth. And here we have a high powered AK with reduced recoil. Now for the best M4 build, check out my video in the description. Now another quick example is the SG550. This gun is one of the most accurate weapons in the game, but this thing has a major problem. Each time you fire this weapon, you are lighting yourself up like a Christmas tree. The muzzle flash on this thing is absolutely ridiculous and you will get spotted from miles away. Which is why, instead of a long barrel, which, you know, we don't get to the damage threshold at all, which is why equipping the flash hider is the way to go for it. The gun is already accurate enough with these negatives applied, but we can also counter that still by adding a grip to the weapon. This shows us how each attachment can actually be utilized for different weapons. So I highly recommend you to quickly look at the stats when you unlock a new attachment. It might actually just be the missing piece to the puzzle that you're looking for. Or, if you can't be fucked reading all of that, just wait until I create a loadout video for that weapon. So another quick example of the long barrel just in the marksman rifles. So if we look at the M110, we can see this is just sitting below the 50 damage. So if we do the same thing as the AK, equip the long barrel, then we're going to hit a 2-shot threshold and make the gun much better than a 3-shot high recoil piece of shit. And then we can chuck something on it like the vertical grip, which does really decrease our ADS speed, but we're using it for a long range, so we're not really looking for a fast ADS. We want more stability when shooting over range. So, you know, there's different attachments for different purposes and different needs for each weapon. I did title this video as a tier list, so I will give you the S tier, the VAMB 7.62 barrel, and the Magpul grip will be your best bet. These two attachments will be the best quick buff to your weapon, decreasing the recoil and really giving you no negative effects. So if you're very lazy and you just want what's better, equip these. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and my explanations. If you made it this far in the video, and if you did enjoy it, could you please leave us a like? These type of videos do take a little bit longer for me to make. And also make sure you comment below what your favorite gun and attachment setup is. I'm sure there will be a few players watching this video looking to find something that works for them, so you guys might actually be able to supply that for them. And also, like in every other video, feedback is much appreciated. I do listen and read everything, so if you have any suggestions into making this content any better, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. On that note, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys online. At this point, you're like, motherfucker, big bots. At this point, you're like, motherfucker, big bots. At this point, you're probably like, motherfucker, big bots. So we are, big bots. So we're X amount of minutes into this goddamn video, and you have literally said nothing about which attachment I should be using.